Koo Juan Lim claims she has what it takes to take the mess out of moving. It's now time to put Mighty Box to the test and see if she will win brownie points from Mother Earth and the judges.
So what I'm trying to do here is to have Mighty Box, a reusable box rental company. I'm stressing on reusable because reuse is better in recycling. Our boxes does not need packing tapes, and it's fast so that you save time, and it's not dirty or smelly like the ones that you pick up from the streets. And it's great for the environment because it's reusable. How it works is that you take the orders from us and then we'll deliver it to you. You pack and move your things. We don't do the moving at the moment. So you pack and move. Once you're done, we'll pick it up from you. The response so far, people that have used it, they like it because it's easy and it's fast and it's clean. But the response, I would say, it's a bit slow because we haven't done much advertising on it, and also I think based on the costing itself.
We have done our research, we have done our PowerPoints, we have done our research, and rehearsing it all night long, so I'm not, I guess I'm quite prepared for this. Well, I'll give my best. Again, it's up to the judges to see how they like the product and all. So, yeah.
Is there a market for reusable, water-resistant packing containers? And will Koo Juan Lin prove to have the business wits worth investing in? Hello and welcome back to MyEG Make The Pitch, the second season. Now it is time for our first contestant to make the pitch. We have got Koo Juan Lin from Mighty Box.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm here presenting to you Mighty Box, a reusable moving box company. Why we have this box is because reusable is better than recycling. There won't be packing tapes needed, the box will not be smelly, and it saves time and it's great for the environment. It is organized, strong, and water resistant. In terms of the cost, the box is actually par with carton boxes, and it's actually cheaper than the major big companies out there. These are the pros and cons. Our Mighty Box is reusable, it's water resistant, and there's no packing tapes that's needed. So it's a very simple product. It's just a box for your moving purposes.
Where do you get these boxes from?
These boxes right now, we are getting it locally, but we plan to get it offshore. We are actually looking into producing them as well.
So what stops another player from using the same box, another company, just applying the same thing? What's your differentiation?
We plan to be the first, actually. I'm not saying that there's anyone that can stop us, or I'm not saying that I can stop them, but we will be we plan to be the first in the market player in Southeast Asia, actually. Right now, I've done my research. There is not one that's in Singapore or Thailand or anything. This idea is in US, Canada, and Australia, but there's no one in Southeast Asia at the moment.
What's your cost price for one of these boxes?
These boxes right now locally, I'm getting them at about 50 to 55 ringgit per box.
That's your cost price?
Correct. That's actually a very high cost. But if we are looking into getting it offshore, I'm looking at maybe about 30 ringgit.
Is your business presently running, or are you just about to start off?
We kick-started end of last year, actually. We are actually giving it a test run. Not going all out at the moment because of financial resources. In terms of advertising, we don't have the revenue for that.
When people are moving, normally the movers will give them the box free of charge.
Correct.
As part of the service. So why would someone take the trouble to rent and, you know?
Also, not included in the presentation also is that we plan to even go out to movers, actually, to maybe JV with them, so that, it's all for the environment. and they can actually present this to the client. Look, you have a choice whether you want to use carton boxes or you want to use these reusable boxes. So I guess there is a win-win situation for both.
When someone is moving, I mean, what happens if the box is damaged? Who pays for that?
We actually take a deposit for the boxes. So, for example, if it's 100 ringgit worth of boxes, we will then take an additional deposit of 100 ringgit. If let's say the wheels are spoiled or is damaged, then we will then deduct from there.
But who would pay for the damage? Because it will be the movers who may damage it.
We have it in our terms and conditions that once the boxes is in your hands, the care of the boxes is actually to the person who rented it.
That may not work so well because the mover is not
Understand?
He's not accountable for if the box
Correct.
breaks, so he can just throw it. And the poor guy who paid the deposit, they have to pay for it. So I think that may not be that favorable to the customer.
And your typical sales order would be for how many boxes?
Between 12 to 24 boxes.
So
Because we are talking at maybe a couple living in a condo, they will need about 12 to 24 boxes, but for a bigger house, you probably need 36 and above.
Yeah, but when people move houses, they usually use boxes of different sizes.
Correct.
Because that optimizes the space within the vehicle.
Yep,
So if you have
definitely.
one standard box and it takes up more space, people actually have to pay more for the movers. right?
No, these boxes are actually stackable. So you can actually stack up to about 6 boxes up and across. So it's actually quite saving space, especially when you're using it in trucks.
So how much money are you asking for?
300,000.
And what is this meant for?
This 300,000 is meant for manufacturing of boxes. Because again, if we are going to take it locally, it's going to cost 50 ringgit per box. But if we take it offshore, it's going to cost about 30 ringgit. And we
That's
are
not manufacturing, that's importing, right?
I mean importing and also producing it with our logos and stuff like that. So we're looking at about 500 boxes, and we're looking into a vehicle, because to do the delivery and picking up. And this is also inclusive of a 1 year running cost of the company.
How big do you estimate the market size to be for this business?
At the moment, looking at Klang Valley, I actually do have bigger plans that it will be nationwide, simply because people move from state to state. I'm looking, if let's say I'm in Selangor, I move to Penang, and then I can move my boxes there, and then a office in Penang would then be able to pick it up from there as well. So that is my future plans.
I think the problem I have with your model is that there's no compelling value proposition for the customer, to actually switch to your boxes. I mean,
Correct.
unless cardboard boxes, are so fragile that it damages the goods inside.
Okay.
I think that there's no compelling point to switch and pay more and deposit more.
The selling point here, I would say that the boxes is that it can be secured without using packing tapes, which means we actually save double the time. I actually have a video somewhere that it saves double the time to do the packing. Because once you have got the box, you just put your things inside, close it up, and lock it. There's no packing tapes required, and the boxes can be pushed. So there are actually wheels attached to it. So it actually makes our life easier, I would say.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Now, if you were given a second chance, what would you have done differently?
Well, if I weren't so nervous, I think I might speak better. I think I'll just need more practice, that's all. But I guess in terms of research and ideas and all, I think we're quite ready.
And what would be your next steps from now onwards?
Next step from now, well, we hope that we'll be able to get on to the next stage of the show. After that, we'll go from there and we'll see if it gets kicked off.